Hi guys, it's Savannah. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the MEPS experience as a female and also how to be successful on the Asvab. So I'm going to get started with that. If you guys hear voices in the background, it's my brother playing Xbox, and I also apologize for my mane of hair right now. It's a little crazy, but who cares? So I'm going to go into detail about how the whole MEPS experience kind of works. I've been to MEPS, I've experienced kind of like a military physical 3 times through, so trust me, I kind of know what I'm talking about at this point. So basically, you go through your recruiter, obviously, and he sets up a date for you to go in and take your ASVAB before you get a medical physical. So you'll be going down to MEPS at least 2 times, 3 times, considering when you actually ship out to boot camp. I'm dying. So before I go into the medical side of the house, I'm going to address the ASVAB and being successful in taking that test. So basically what's going to happen is you are going to be going through your recruiter. He's going to set up a date for you to go down to MEPS to take the ASVAB. Or you can take it in high school. I didn't do that personally. I never had the chance to. My high school is a lot smaller, but a lot of larger high schools will offer that test for you. And if that's something that you have an option to do, I would suggest taking it because it saves you a trip downtown. You have to wake up very early in the morning, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, I'm going to read the description off here of Google just to kind of give it a description, a professional description of it. So basically, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery is a multiple choice test administered by the United States Military Entrance Processing Command used to determine qualification for enlistment in the United States Armed Forces. So basically, every single branch of military uses this, and it determines your job, the opportunities you have. I know specifically for the Marine Corps, when you pick your job, you don't get any bonuses. With other branches, you do, but it really, if you get a high ASVAB score, you have a more likely chance of getting the job that you want, which is definitely something you need to be thinking about. The test that I can most relate the ASVAB to is your standardized... Seriously? Anyway, the test that I can most relate the ASVAB to specifically is your standardized testing within whatever state that you are in. So, those tests have categories. You have math, science, English, yada, yada, yada. You took the SAT. The SAT is a lot harder than the ASVAB, but I'm just trying to reference different tests that you may have encountered that would be similar to the ASVAB. For me specifically, I didn't really study for the ASVAB, and I only took it once. I got a 94 on it, and one tip that I would give all of you is to quickly browse through ASVAB's Book for Dummies. Well, Book for Dummies, but for the ASVAB, and definitely read over the mechanical and the electrical sections because it's probably something you've never seen before, and you definitely want to get that in your brain, because once you approach that on the ASVAB, you'll kind of be able to draw from that and do better on those sections, which will overall help your GT score, which is basically your main score. So the 94 that I got was my overall score, but within that there's subcategories that will help you pick, well, not help you pick, but determine what jobs you can and cannot get. And then you have the medical side of MEPS, the wonderful experience that it is. Just kidding, it's terrible, and I'm going to tell you all about it. You will not feel like an individual. You will feel like you are not adequate at some point because you broke a toe, a pinky toe, when you were 5 years old. Any little thing that ever has happened to you will be down on a piece of paper, and they will question you about it. So basically how this day will go is you get there just as early as you got there for the ASVAB, and then you're going to be sitting there. They're going to call up your name, For the females, it's a lot faster than the males. I'm going to tell it from the female side of things because obviously I'm not a male. I didn't go through everything they did because they did the cough test. Luckily, we don't have to do that, but, you know, they still have to look at your stuff. Anyway, so you're going to go in a room with well, actually, no, you're going to do the pee test first. They're going to take you, you're going to pee in a cup. She's going to be standing there watching you. And while you're peeing in the cup, she's literally going to be staring at you, making sure you're not switching out pee or doing anything crazy. You're going to place it on the little pad. They're going to take it away, make sure you're not doing heroin, meth, or any other kinds of drugs, or that you're not freaking pregnant, which actually happened when I was there, and it really sucked for the poor girl. Anyway, just don't get pregnant. It's not a good idea. Well, yeah, obviously if you're trying to go into the military, just don't get pregnant. Anyway, so then you'll go back and you'll sit in this little room, and then they'll call you up again, and with a group of 4 to 5 girls, you're going to waltz into a room. They're going to ask you to strip down to your underwear, where you will stand with all of them, and you're going to be prepared to do like this movement test where the doctor is going to come in and make you do all kinds of weird stuff and move. And like the duck walk, you're going to look stupid. Just prepare to look stupid. Just embrace it. The entire experience, you just got to roll with it because it's not going to be a walk in the park necessarily. But they're going to do height, weight, and then they're going to ask you to strip down completely and then put on like a hospital gown. At that point, you're going to individually go into this little room with the doctor and a female observer if you have a male doctor. And he's going to check your lady parts. Ladies, I know it's going to suck. You don't want some random guy touching you. I got it. It wasn't enjoyable whatsoever, but like they'll feel your breasts for any like lumps or irregularities. They're going to look at your vagina and they're going to ask you to spread your butt cheeks. And it's not fun at all. And when you're done with that, they're going to ask you to get dressed. You're going to go out and you're going to sit in the little area. Again, waiting. You're just playing the waiting game. You're going to be doing it your entire career. Hurry up and wait is going to be a philosophy that you will feel on the daily. Anyway. So they'll call you up. They'll say whether you're approved or not, or if you need a waiver for some condition that you have. I was lucky enough my first time through that I didn't have to do that. Actually, you know what happened is that I have astigmatism in my eye, and they questioned that, but I went and had to talk to the doctor, and he cleared me, luckily enough. If you're not lucky and you have something that you need to get waivered, like childhood asthma or a broken bone or something like a tear, any dislocated joints, you will be automatically disqualified. I'm telling you now, so just be very careful with medical stuff because it will impact your future career in the military. Another thing I quickly want to address is that piercings, tattoos, and all of that stuff, you also will have to get a waiver for, just making sure that your tattoos are not gang related in any way, and that ladies, the only piercing that you can have on your body is a regular piercing, just like one piercing, not 2, not 3, no septums, no nothing, no open holes either. So if you do have a double piercing and the second hole isn't closed yet, they're going to have you come back later when it is closed. No belly button piercings, no back piercings, just nothing but the one piercing in your ear. And do not get a tattoo while you are in a delayed entry program because that will delay your process of actually getting to boot camp. So if you are lucky enough, you've made it through, they're telling you that, all right, you're just waiting now. Well, first they'll send you back into the office. They're going to question you and ask if there is anything that you lied about. This is like your moment of truth moment. Whether or not you smoked marijuana before or did anything, you need to be open and honest about everything because they will find out if you go to boot camp and turns out you have some condition that you didn't tell them, you're screwed. Just make sure you tell them everything. And after that point, they will tell you to go sit and wait to swear in. And at that point, you can call your recruiter. Your parents, you can text your parents very quickly and tell them what time you're going to be swearing in that day. I believe that day I was lucky enough to swear in around 2 p.m., but they have different swear-in times throughout the day because everyone gets done with medical stuff at different times. So you're going to sit in a little room. They're going to quickly describe to you what your contract, well, actually, they're going to pull up your contract that says, like, well, for me, I'm going in as an E2 because I have previous college classes, and if you have 15 credit hours, you'll get that automatic E2 promotion. So they'll pull up your contract really quick. Mine is a 5-year contract, and they're going to say, all right, so you have 4 years active duty, yada, yada, yada. Well, for me, it's like 5 years. Then once everyone gets through that process, he's going to quickly come over and go over standing at parade rest. It's simple. You're just going to stand there, put your left hand first, right hand over. You're going to stand with hip distance, your feet apart, and then you're going to say the oath, like, I, Savannah Cunningham, do solemnly swear to support and defend, yada, yada, yada. Then you're going to go in to the room to be in the swear-in ceremony. Your parents are going to come in so proud and happy. Mine weren't necessarily, but they're going to stand there. You're going to stand there and you're going to swear in, and that's that. And you're going to be in the delayed entry program until you ship to boot camp. So I hope that this video helped enlighten some of you guys as to the experience you're going to have with the Asvab as well as the medical side of MEPS. And I hope that you guys will continue watching these videos. I'm going to post more. I'm so excited to help you guys out, and reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever. I'd love to help. Thank you guys. Bye.